Good morning. I hope you have some time that you can set aside this morning to just have a time of praying, to reflect on the words that are shared within our study book this week, which is Frontline Advent. And I just thought I'll read you the poem that starts our week one of hope and faith. And it says this. The rot of autumn fills my breath and bones. The long left over leaves of lives I've left, downtrodden, cold and damp and dark, bereft of their own selves, anonymous as stones. I walk a path that is not, which is no path at all, through trees as dead as my own dangling hands. Across these all too well known nowhere lands, towards a distant sky of darkening pale. A robin would bring hope, a thrush, a mouse, some tiny creature just as lost as me, obvious to its stumbling destiny. A beetle or a centipede, a louse. Imagine that, right now, my footsteps trod upon the only thing that's left of God. I think we might all be a lot happier if we admitted how messed up we really are. The ghosts of all that we have been and done haunt us. But accepting that our own lives are and have been messy is a great liberation from perfectionism. The poet is wondering about hope. We've all wondered about that. Advent is a great season of hope, but hope is hard won. It comes at a cost. In the poem, the skies are becoming dark and ominous. Everything seems dead and used up. The trees, the poet's own body. I tend to get very low by the time December comes. I miss the sunlight and the warmth. The poet wonders if a thrush or a mouse might cheer him up a bit. But then he gets one of those subversive thoughts. What if he treads on a louse and that is all there is to remind us of God's presence? That's funny. So, this is where we all start Advent from. We are at the dead end of the year and often feel at the dead end of ourselves. We bring to Advent all our dead ends and begin the journey wanting to find hope, the big hope that God is with us and that we are right with Him. I do hope you find some time to just reflect on the poetry and the Bible readings and the studies and questions and prayers within our book this week. And sometimes we may find it a little bit of a struggle to go through some of the poetry. But if you're not familiar with poetry, it's good for you to just struggle on with it, as sometimes we struggle on in life. But as we struggle on, I pray that you would learn the new language of poetry. And of course, poetry can mean different things to different people. The same poet, the same poem can have totally different meaning to one person to another. There's no true meaning to some poems, and some poems really do strike us in a different way. There may be just one or two lines in a poem that really resonate with you in a new way. So I encourage you this Advent to go through the book, spend some time with it, and as you do, ask for God to speak to you anew. So I hope you have a good Monday, and I hope you do have some time that you can set aside to just spend with God and to just share with him your thoughts and your prayers. Amen.